Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you haven't yet joined our options trading live channel, link is below in the description, along with our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook if you want to join the UVH fam. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. And if you could do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Today was absolutely, I thought today was going to be green, but I didn't think it was going to be face ripping green as it was. I mean, we touched 2,400 on the S&Ps and ripped up to 2,635. I mean, it was insane, that late day pump. Today I will give you some details here. I was up 750 on the day. I'm actually going to show you the screenshot here because after hours, Tastyworks takes away my realized gain. So just want to show you that I'm not lying. This is Tastyworks here, but it took away my realized gains here. I'll show you a screenshot that I took so that way you can see what my realized gains were. And did pretty well on Boeing this morning. Got the gap up, sold at open. Costco, we made a little bit of money in Costco. Google made a little bit of money as well. And Amazon lost a little bit of money, and I'll go over that in a second here. It was just, I just couldn't believe Amazon and Google. I mean, all the trades were hitting my targets, but I don't know if you noticed, everything was really slow. And if you're interested in my trades, I do post all my trades in the Discord here under Nick's Trades. You can kind of go through them and see. I have some notes on here on why I did the trade, why I took the trade off. But Amazon was really the one that got me, and I do admit that I had kind of a poor entry on Amazon. If I pull up Amazon today, I was eyeing this because I thought it was going to explode up to around the 1940, 1950 area. This is where I was targeting. Obviously, it did in the last few minutes of the day, but then I was already shaken out. What happened here is when it breached the high of the day, which was 1920, I put my position on right around here. It was like 1923, 1924 is when I put my position on. And then we came down. I was actually down, and you can see I have my alert here at 1904.90, and it actually almost, if we zoom in, it actually, I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. It actually nearly touched my alert. It hit 1905 like on the dot and then bounced back up. So I'm like, okay, I almost got shook out of this trade. I was down like 45%. So I was down. You see here, I paid $11.50 for it, and I sold it for $10.39, and it was just crazy. And then it rips up, and then when it came back up, I have tomorrow's expiration. Theta kind of ate into it, and I'm like, okay, I'm like near break even. I was down 50%. Now I'm only down like $100. I'll just take the trade off because there's a high chance it's going to get rejected here. It did not get rejected, and it pushed up, and that trade closed at like, I had the 1950 call on Amazon, and I sold it for $10.39, and it closed at like $22. So instead of taking a $100 loss, I could have made $1,000, but I don't feel bad about that because of my risk reward. I made the best decision at the time to preserve capital, and I didn't want to hold it into tomorrow's expiration because we could potentially go max loss. I didn't want to lose $1,000, so I'll take a $100 hit. I was down 500. I was feeling the pain, but the market was bringing out all the emotions. Amazon was definitely running slow. Costco as well. I made a little bit of money on Costco as well, but Costco was just running real slow, real choppy all day. And then it had a huge run up. I mean, I made one. What did I make on this? 105 on Costco. I made 105 on Costco, but that I had the 280 call, and the 280 call closed at like $12 mid price. Last price on it was $13. So I sold that for $7.35. So that was another double. So a lot of the trades that I had on here could have been worth double, but we were just moving really slow, and at the same time, we were thinking like, how much more can it go up? And it was really being choppy, like S&Ps and SPY. If we hone in here without that extra leg up, we were being really, really choppy in here. I'm like, this could sell off like yesterday into the close. If another thing happened, like the whole Bernie Sanders thing where he said he was going to support it, and then the tank. So I didn't want to take the risk, and except today it went the opposite. And you can see, look at this volume was huge, and then we just ripped up. This candle here right up in the close. The S&Ps went from 2560 to like 2630 almost, and I mean it was just crazy. It was just crazy. On top of that, we had, which brought a lot of mixed messages. We had the highest weekly unemployment report like ever, and the market rallies up like 6-7%. I mean, something doesn't feel right here. Something definitely does not feel right here. If you let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about today? I mean, is this right? Is this wrong? I don't know. I mean, we do know that the Fed has the unlimited money machine, just printing out whatever they want for the stock market right now. So I don't know. I just don't feel good. What are we going to be at, like 40% unemployment and stock market all-time highs? Like what is really going on here? But right now the futures are down a little bit. They're coming down to, S&P's down 30, Dow's down 264, Nasdaq is down 92. But it's pretty much leveled out where before that final pump happened in the close. It's pretty much just come back to where that was. So, this final pump, I have no idea what that was. We just had a pump all day, and I'm a little bit salty as well that I said last night if the S&Ps come back down to 2,400, I'll buy a MES contract. I did not buy the MES contract right before the earnings report, and I didn't want to chase. I just didn't think it was going to go up that much. But that MES contract would have been worth, $2,000. So I'm grateful for the opportunities. I'm grateful that I made $750 in the market today, but it was just insane. Now going into tomorrow, I have a couple plays that I have live right now, and a couple things that are happening. So the Senate passed the bill, but it goes into the House, and then after the House, it goes to Trump's desk. Now, here's the thing. It's expected to pass in the House tomorrow. However, there is one troublemaker in here. At least one lawmaker is considering upending the plans for swift passage. Representative Thomas Massey said Thursday that he opposed the bill, approved unanimously by the Senate on Wednesday, as it would add to the national debt. The Libertarian lawmaker also is concerned that voting without a quorum present, the majority of the House chamber, would violate the Constitution. He said he has yet to decide whether to press the issue, which would delay the House vote until late Saturday or Sunday. So this could get delayed again, and he's kind of mad that not everyone's going to be present. They're going to do like some remote voting because a couple people in the House do have coronavirus. Others are quarantining, and they don't want to delay the vote. They want them to be able to vote. So that's kind of where that's at. So it's expected to pass, but there's one guy. He's just like, we'll see what happens. So I don't know why. I have no idea. They just need to get to work. But that being said, the Senate is actually, after they passed the bill last night, they're actually on break till late April just because they did so much work, and they plan on being on a break for a month because they put in so much work into the stimulus bill or something. I don't know. I'm not in there. On top of that, today the U.S. now has more coronavirus cases than China or Italy, even though, China's we're not really sure what the numbers are. But, on paper, here we are. We're the number one country for coronavirus, which is not something that we want to be leading in right now. It says at the beginning of this month, which is March, we had roughly 100 confirmed cases. We now have over 80,000 confirmed cases here in the United States, and they have this little chart here where you can kind of see like Illinois is getting a little bit more, but New York's blowing up. Down in the south here is pretty red hot. Out west, Utah, Idaho. So it's getting a little out of hand. We're at 82,000 right now, and China only has 81,000. Italy is at 80,000. So we finally surpassed China and Italy to be the number one country with coronavirus cases. And a lot probably has to do with that we're doing a lot more testing. There are probably a lot more than what we originally thought, and now that we rolled out so much more testing, it's probably come it's become known instead of just spreading. We actually know who has it, who doesn't have it, but testing is still rather slow. From what I understand, it takes a long time to get your results. On top of that, Trump is saying he has plans to open up the country again. President Trump will hear recommendations from the White House Coronavirus Task Force this weekend on plans to reopen the country. The new guidance will come days after the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the U.S. surpasses China. Vice President Mike Pence said that the task force will share a range of recommendations and additional guidance for going forward. And Trump's stance is basically, he doesn't want the cure, quote unquote, cure to be worse than the problem. Is what he said, or what he said many times, and what he has tweeted, mainly saying that people without jobs are going to commit suicide. Things are going to get a little rough, and he doesn't want that to become a problem. So, whether you agree, whether you don't agree, it sounds like he's pushing forward in that area anyways. Going into tomorrow, I have a couple plays here. I'm currently waiting on TLT. I have a 162 put I bought a couple days ago. Whoa, my mouse just fell. I have the 162 put, and I was expecting TLT. This was my trade idea, and it's been holding for a couple days. It looks a little rocky here at the top and might just push through, but what I was looking at here is this 165 area. It's been getting stopped out at, keeps trying to push above, gets rejected, pushed above, rejected. Maybe it will make it, but it doesn't look good. So my goal was for it to come back down to the 155 area. So I bought the 162 put a day or two ago, and it's just kind of holding. But you can see here, every time it makes a push up to 165, 166, it gets stopped out. So I'm hoping that we can get tomorrow, this can lay in and come back down to like the 155 area, where this has bounced a couple times, and I can take my profits off that trade. Currently down on that position just because I'm kind of waiting it out, but we'll see what happens. Also, going into tomorrow, I have a Boeing 200 call right now on Boeing. We made a little bit of money on Boeing this morning, about 585, and my goal for Boeing is to push up to not necessarily 200. I have it for next week expiration. I'm looking forward to hit 195 or 190 possibly tomorrow. If it doesn't happen, I can wait till Monday and we'll go from there. But I have the 200 call on Boeing, and Boeing, as you can see, is expected to be bailed out. And I do think that's probably going to come back up to 240 is why I'm playing it right now. So I could hold on. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the price action is. Right now, futures are down. Even though at close here, we had a crazy pump on Boeing, and then it just pretty much held. And same chart from yesterday. Yesterday's looks a little bit worse. We had a pump, and then it held. It looked like it was going to be a little bit bearish, and then we gapped up the next day, and here we are. We gapped up, we opened up, I sold it up around 180, and then since it was holding so well, I bought another call. I wasn't going to trade it again, but because it was holding really well, I decided to place another trade on Boeing. SPY right now, what I'm looking at on SPY, right now we've closed above the 250 area that I've been eyeing. Right now, I'm seeing what 270 and 280 is going to bring. I highly doubt with what is going on. We're expected to have green days like this. SPY closed up almost 6%, and I just don't. I think once reality starts to set in, I know with the Fed and everything like that, I feel like the numbers in the stock market aren't 100% accurate, 100% true. Some of the indicators are a little bit off right now, especially with the Fed intervening. So the question I have, I'm trying to figure out, is how much sway does the Fed have compared to everyone else? If everyone else is selling, can the Fed actually hold this up? Can they do it? If you guys could do me the favor so far, if you watch this video, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. But that is kind of what I'm figuring out here. Apple actually did close above 250. It's been struggling around 250. Today was the first day it's closed above 250 in over a week. And this Apple had another pump. It looked like it was going to fade today. When it came back down, it looked like it was going to touch 250, but it touched 250 or break below 250. It touched 250, held, and then ripped back up. Probably should have placed a trade, but because I lost $600 on Apple a couple days ago or yesterday, I've been kind of taking a break. When I lose on a stock, I lose big. When I mean lose big, I mean like more than $500. I start to rotate the tickers out a little bit. I still really like to trade SPY, Apple, and ES, but I did move on to Amazon, Google, and some other tickers today on the way up. But you have to be a little bit careful because the liquidity is not right there. The volume isn't there. So, if you're new at trading, I definitely don't recommend trading Amazon or Google or Costco. I definitely do not recommend it. But that's my game plan for tomorrow. If you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.